This is Yannick Smucker. I'm going to give you a brief tour of the Goin North website, which is at goinnorth.org. From the home page, you can explore all of the projects that our students created over the course of 2 semesters. So we'll start here with biographies. The biographical sketches that the students created were built using Exhibit Builder, which is a plugin for Omeka, and they created one of these for each of the narrators with whom they worked over the course of the semester. From the menu, you come to a brief credits page. This one was created by Sarah Hasted in spring 2016, and she used the interview conducted with Fanny Hutchinson. In Exhibit Builder, you pull up an item, which is the building block in Omeka. In this case, photographic images or other primary sources, newspaper articles that the students use to curate and illustrate the life story of the individual narrator that they worked with. From here, you can also navigate to the oral history index created using OHM's Oral History Metadata Synchronizer. In OHM's, the students created detailed indexes, in which they inserted segments into the audio, describing each segment with keywords, a little description of what the narrator talked about in that section. So here, Fanny Hutchinson was talking about starting her own business. Let's hear her.
And most of the time, see, I had a little, in the 40s, I had my own business for 10 years, 15 years I had my own business.
So Fanny's talking about the business that she ran. We can also use the GPS coordinates feature in OHM's to see exactly where that business was in West Philadelphia. And we can also click on this hyperlink to see an image in OHM's Lightbox viewer, which shows the luncheonette that she ran. From here, let's take a look at the full oral histories menu. These are each of the narrators that students worked with over the course of 2 semesters. And let's explore Ruth Wright Hare's OHM's index. OHM's allows you to search both the transcript and the index of the interview, finding the exact moment in the interview where that subject that you're looking for was spoken about. So these are all the instances that the student used the keyword education as part of her index. You can also toggle over to the transcript and conduct a search there. Again, finding the precise moment in the interview where she's speaking about education. The students used these interviews and these detailed indexes they created, along with the archive of primary sources that they'd been compiling, to create digital storytelling projects. Let's take a look at Mapping the Great Migration, which was created in fall 2014. This project was built using the platform History Pin, which allows you to pin historic images or audio and video to a world map in Google Map. And let's listen to Milo Manley talk about the Chestnut Street Riots in 1918.
Now, I was there when the armistice was signed. And you probably know of Philadelphia history. Immediately after the armistice, when all the war business shut down, there was a period of very little work. And during that period, jobs were scarce, and there was a lot of competition between the Negroes of West Philadelphia and the feudal in North Philadelphia against the whites, the Italian particularly, of South Philadelphia. And there were some nasty riots in Philadelphia during that period. And where we were located, we could look over Walter Street Bridge and Chestnut Street bridges from West Philadelphia. And by the time we were getting there at work at 7 o'clock in the morning, we'd see whites chasing Negroes back over into West Philadelphia and Negroes streaming on back or down into South Philadelphia. An incident happened right in front of our building in which there was a pitched battle out there between blacks and whites. I say black.
All of these projects drew on this archive, and we were able to borrow sources from generous regional collecting repositories, national collecting repositories that pertain to the Great Migration and African American life in early 20th century Philadelphia. And for each of these, the students created the descriptive metadata, all of these subjects, keywords, important things like date and format, for each item in our collection. You can read more about these generous partners over here on our credits page. I particularly want to highlight the Louis B. Nunn Center for Oral History, which is the home archive of the Going North Oral History Collection, and also the creator of OHMS, the Oral History Metadata Synchronizer. Take a look at the full website, explore the student projects, and listen to the interviews. You can read more about this course and our partnership between the archives and the classroom in our article in Oral History in the Digital Age.